Right, so let's start question number 17. Right, so in this, right, so question number 17. So question number 17 starts by saying to prove something. No? So that is to show that 2 cos 60 minus theta minus cos theta sin theta is equal to square root 3. So we need to prove this, right? So before proving this, so what we basically need to do is we need to expand this and get the answer, right? So I'll remind you some of the theories that we need here. A theory that we need here. I'll tell you what's the expansion of this now. If I take cos alpha plus beta, right? So what is the expansion of it? That is cos alpha cos beta. This should be what? This should be minus, right? Sin alpha sin beta, and when it's cos alpha minus beta, that is cos alpha cos beta, this should be plus sin alpha sin beta, right? So what we need here is this part, right? So what we need here is this part. So this is a theory reminder. So if I proceed with the sum, so then I will get 2 what's this, cos 60 cos theta plus sin 60 sin theta minus cos theta. So I'm taking the left hand side, sin theta. So then I will get, so what is cos 60? Cos 60 is half cos theta square root 3 over 2 sin theta minus cos sin theta. So if I expand this becomes cos theta plus square root 3 sin theta minus cos theta over sin theta, right? So I can cut these off. Then I am remaining with square root 3 sin theta over sin theta. So I can cut the sin theta off as well. Then I will get square root. Right. Right. So now we can go to the second part. So in the second part, they are giving us a diagram, right? So let's draw the diagram first. They are saying this is AB, CD, where AD is equal to AB, and that this is 80. This part is alpha, this part is 60. Right? So these are the information given. So from this they are saying, so in the for ABCD shown in the figure, AB is equal to AD, ABC is 80, CAD is CAD. CAD is 20. CAD is 20 and BAC is 60, right now? So then they are saying let ACD is equal to alpha, right? So using the sine rule for the triangle ABC. So now they are specifically telling to use the sine rule for the given triangle. So now they have clearly broken down the question, right? So now sine rule for ABC, right? So if I put sine rule for ABC, right? So we need the ratio of AC and AB, you know? So AC and AB, right? So now AC and AB, so AC, AB, alright. So now we are talking about this and this. So now we need we need this angle and we need this angle as well. So what is this angle now? Now we need to find this angle. That is what? 180 minus 60 plus 80, no? Right? So you will get 40. Right? So now you know all the angles and you can get the answer. So what is this now? So I'm going to take the ratio of AB divided by sine ACB, then AC divided by sine ABC, right? So this is the sine rule. So then I will get AB. What is ACB? ACB is sine 40. What is ABC? That is 80, sine 80. So then they are asking us to find the ratio. So AC over AB will be sine 80 sine 40. So I can write the sine 80 as 2 sine 40 cos 40. Because these are half angles. Then sine 40. Then I can actually cut this off. Then I will get 2 cos 4. Right, so that's done. Right, so that's done. So then they are saying next using the sine rule for the triangle ABC. So now they are telling us to use the sine rule for ABC. Correct? Now ABC triangle. So now when considering ABC, they are asking the ratio of AC and AD. They are asking the ratio of AC and AD. Right? So in order to get this angle, in order to get the sine rule for AC and AD, I need to know the corresponding angle of here. So this, and then I need to know the angle of here. So what is this angle? That is going to be 180 minus 20 plus alpha. Right. So now let's take the angle. Then I will get AC over sine 180 minus 20 plus alpha equals I need AB. So I need this. So for this I need this angle, not this. Then I need AD sine. So if I write it more, along the way, this will be AC over ADC. This is AD over ACD. So this is going to be AC sine 180 minus 20 plus alpha. This is AD sine alpha. Correct, no? So then you need AC over AD. So I'm going to take so sine 180 minus the angle is going to be the same as this angle according to trick. You can write this as AC over sine 20 plus alpha, right, equals AD sine alpha. So then you will get AC over AD as sine 20 plus alpha sine alpha. Alright, so now here, then they are saying reduce that sine 20 plus alpha is equal to 2 cos 40 sine alpha, right? So now we have got two findings. So that is AC over AB equals 2 cos 40. Then we have AC over AD equals sine 20 plus alpha sine alpha. Correct. So these are the findings I have. Right. So now we know that AD is equal to AB, no? Right? So therefore AC over AD is equal to AC over AB, no problem. So now we know this ratio, so we just need to equate this. So now AC over AD is going to be sine 20 plus alpha sine alpha. AC is going to be 2 cos 40. Right now, so now what do we need to show? We need to show that. So now I'm just going to cross multiply. Then I'll get sine 20 plus alpha is equal to 2 cos 40 sine alpha. So this is what they are asking. Correct? Right. Right. So that is also done. So then next they are asking to show that cot alpha is the given equation. So for this you need a bit of more theory as well. That means you need to know the expansion of sine alpha plus beta. So if I remind you that sine alpha plus beta is sine alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sine beta. So we need to use this as well. Right, so now let's see what we will get. So we have sine 20 plus alpha is equal to 2 cos 40 sine alpha. Right now? So here I just need to expand this and see. So now I get sine 20 cos alpha plus cos 20 sine alpha is equal to 2 cos 40 sine alpha. Right? So now they are asking the answer in terms of cot, no? In terms of cot alpha. So what I am going to do is I am going to divide this whole thing by sine alpha. Right? So I am going to do is division by sine alpha. That is sine 20 cos alpha sin alpha plus cos 20. So sin alpha will be cut off. So again sin alpha will be cut off. So now I will get a cot alpha here, right? So I will get sin 20 cot alpha equal to 2 cos 40 minus cos 20. Right? So then I'll get the cot alpha as 2 cos 40 minus cos 20 as sin 20. So this is what they are asking us to show. Alright, so now here, so we come up to here now. So now what was the previous finding? So then they are saying using the result in one above, show that alpha is 30. No? So now we have found out that 2 cos 60 minus theta minus cos theta over sin theta is equal to square root. So now this was 1. So now they are saying to find the value of alpha by using this. Now let's see what we can do here. So now if I write this down, cot alpha equals 2 cos, I can write this as 60 minus 20, no, for this 40, 60 minus 20 minus cos 20 sin 20. Right, no problem. So here theta equals 20. So that is cot alpha equals 2 cos 60 minus theta cos theta sin theta. So this will be equal to square root 3. Right, so cot alpha will be equal to square root 3. That means tan alpha will be equal to 1 over square root 3. So this is what? This is tan 30. Right now? So what we should remember, right? So what we should remember is that now this alpha in this diagram was an acute angle. No? So now so it's useless for us to take the general solution here, right? Because it's anyway an acute angle, the alpha will be 30. Right, so part B. So in part B, we need to solve the equation. That means we need to get the values of x. No, so this is basically a general solution sum. So we have to solve cos 4x plus sin 4x equals cos 2x plus sin 2x. Right? So first of all, what I am going to do is I am going to cluster out the cos parts in one side and cluster out sin parts in other side. So that's going to be cos 4x minus cos 2x, then sin 2x minus sin 4x. So now I'll remind you about some of the theories. Theories that we need here, right? So I'll say I will tell you the whole set of this thing. So now if there is something like this, sin A plus sin B, right? That we can write this as 2 sin A plus B over 2 cos a minus b over 2. Then we can write cos a plus cos b as 2 cos, the same way, a plus b over 2. But this will be cos, right? Cos a minus b over 2. If there is sin a minus sin b, you will get 2 times, then you will get cos a plus b over 2 sin a minus b over 2. Then if it's a cos a minus cos b, you can write that as minus 2 sin a plus b over 2 sin a minus b over 2. Or else you can put the minus inside here and then write sin b minus a over 2. So another way to write this is 2 sin a plus b over 2 sin b minus a over 2. So this is a theory reminder. So in this sum what we will need is these two. Alright, so now we can continue. So now if we so now we can write, so now this is a cos minus cos now. So I'm going to use this minus equation, that is minus 2 sin 4x plus 2x over 2 sin 4x minus 2x over 2 is equal to, so the sign minus sign, that means 2 cos 2x plus 4x over 2 sin 2x minus 4x over 2. Right? So now here first of all we can cut this 2 off. Right? So then we will get minus sin 3x sin x equals cos 3x. This will be what? This will be sin minus x. So you can take the minus out. Correct? No? So then you can actually take this minus out as well. Correct? So now we can, so remember we just can't cut the x, sin x off because we are finding the solutions of x now. So now what I'm going to do here is, I am going to take sin x here, then I will get sin 3x minus cos 3x equals 0. So now remember that we can actually cut this one minus as well, right? So we will get this no, that means we will get as sin x equals 0 and sin 3x minus cos 3x equals 0. That means sin 3x equals cos 3x, that is tan 3x equals 0, that is tan 0. Sorry sir, is equal 1 no? So now we are going to divide this by cos x, that is going to be 1. That is tan 5 over 4. Here we will get sin equals 0, that means sin x is equal to sin 0. Right, so from here we can get the general solution. Right, so if I write this down, so now if it's sin theta equals sin alpha, right, so the general solution will be theta n phi plus minus n alpha, where the alpha is between 5 over 2 and phi over 2 where the n is a integer. So the way I said for you all to remember is this, because all STC is here, so the positive part is here and here for the sign. So now n phi is what? N phi is here. So phi is here, n phi is 1, 2, so here and here. Right, so we need the positive part. So in order to get the positive part, so if n is if n is minus, then this will be n phi minus alpha. So that is what we need here. If it's if n is 2, this will come up to here. Then we need to add the thing and come up to here. So this is a minus 1 to the power 2. That is going to be a positive part. So that's the basic logic here. This is just the way to way to remember. Then you get cos theta. Cos theta equals cos alpha. So theta will be 2n phi plus or minus alpha. So here as well, what do you call? So alpha will be 0, 5 and this will be an integer. So yet again here all STC. So here the what do you call this cos part is positive here and here. So n phi is basically here. So now if we go either way here or here, the cos part will be positive. That's why it's 2n phi plus or minus alpha, right? And then the last one is tan theta equals tan alpha. You will get theta as n phi plus alpha. So here again all STC. So now n phi is here, right? So you need to add another alpha, a positive one, and you will get here. So now these are no hard and fast rules. These are just way for all to remember this this general solution. So yet again, what do you call, n should be an integer, right? All right. So now back to the question. We got something like this: no, sin x is equal to sin 0, and then we got tan 3x is equal to tan phi over 4. Right. So now we need to write the general solutions down. So now what was the general solution for sin theta equals sin x? That was theta n phi plus minus n alpha, right? So here the theta is x. So now x will be equal to n phi plus minus n to the power n and into 0. Right, so 0 we can so now 1, so something into 0 is anyway 0. So x equals n phi is one of the solutions. Now we have to say n is an integer. Right, so here we get tan 3x. So now for tan theta equals tan alpha, we get theta n phi plus alpha. So now here this theta is 3x. 3x is equal to n phi plus phi over 4. Right now? So here we get x as, so I'm just going to divide this now. you get this, and then you are going to say in this. So now this is basically the answer. So and that ends the question.